To the people of Patagonia,
we need your help!
I'm Megan.
I'm not Megan.
And we're Walk So Good.
We're going to attempt to walk across Southeast Asia to meet with and film the people who are trying to make ethical and sustainable fashion.
We're going to share it all on YouTube and hope that at least 10 people watch it, not including our mums.
But to do that, we'll need the right gear. And we'd like to use Patagonia. You pledge 1% of sales to sustaining nature. We think that's pretty sweet. We love that.
The only cotton that you use is organic and has been since 1996. Whoa, man, that's amazing.
And your supply chain is as transparent as the emperor's clothes. Some of your suppliers are on our route. Hint, hint.
We'd love Patagonia's help because we have a major brand crush on you. You guys care a lot for this planet that we live on. You're so dreamy. So what do you say?
We'd love to meet with you, to tell you more.
Oh!
Turn the camera off, turn the camera off.
Awesome stuff. So when Megan and Gab first came to us, they had a big dream about telling the story of where our clothes came from by walking across Asia and creating video stories along the way. There's only one problem. They weren't too sure about how to actually create videos. We were so inspired by what they wanted to do though, so we invited them along to Project Campfire, and we have been absolutely overwhelmed by what they've created since then, and have made that dream come to life. They're on the line now with Mikey, live from Cambodia, so I'll hand it over to you, Mikey.
All right, we're going to go into the Zoom meeting now. Okay, Megan and Gab, can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Hello.
Hi, guys.
Hello.
Where are you? You're in Cambodia, right?
Yes, we're in Siem Reap at the moment.
That is amazing. That is amazing. Oh my God, I'm sure your feet must just be hurting like heck, but that's amazing. Look, cut straight to the chase here. What's been the most epic moment of what you guys are experiencing on this crazy journey that you guys are doing?
Honestly, Mikey, it's so hard to just put it into one moment. I've talked with Megan about this, and we have to say, like, it's more of a collection of moments. And I think the first one was actually when digital storytellers took us on board and said, hey, guys, we believe in your story. We believe you can do it. You can walk across Asia. Come and learn how to film. We'll teach you the basics. And that was like a huge moment for us. And also crowdfunding $10,000 with friends and family and actually making it. And also when Patagonia donated clothes to us. And basically we're gobsmacked every single day. We walk through the countryside in Cambodia or Vietnam, and people offer us their homes, their food. It's just incredible community here. Yeah.
Wow. It's really the journey of a lifetime, isn't it? It's so special what you guys are up to. Why did you decide to do this? What's the backstory in this? What's the purpose behind you guys killing yourselves like this? Are you crazy?
Yeah, well, I've done a lot of research and learning about basically how much of a mess the fast fashion industry is in. It's a mess. People and the environment are being exploited in terrible ways so that we can have clothing that is super cheap. And it doesn't really seem, the ends don't really justify the means. So we wanted to go, there's so many people out there who have fantastic stories to tell that are creating fashion in such positive and sustainable ways. And we wanted to tell those little known stories so that people can engage with them and support them. And hopefully by supporting these stories, show that that's the kind of fashion industry that we want.
Right. Well, I see how that action will lead to, this engagement with this issue and stuff. When that's successful, what do you think the impact of that will be? What's the larger impact you guys hope to generate through this thing?
Yeah, I guess we'd really love to see people asking questions about fashion and talking about where their clothes come from. and getting involved and supporting those businesses. Ultimately, it's the best feeling when someone says, oh, I saw your video and I went to the website and checked that business out and they're really, really cool and I'm going to support them. And that's such a good feeling.
Yeah. Ultimately, we would like people buying less stuff, but better quality and more ethically sourced. Look, ideally, we'd love a complete overhaul of the fashion industry. But ironically, it's really slow progress to create slow process. That's a tongue twister.
Yeah.
It is. You're talking about changing a whole system and a whole global thing that's going on. And really, I love that you're waking up that awareness there through telling stories. So maybe you guys could just bear in mind, a lot of people here that'll be tuning in today are storytellers as well. They're passionate about what storytelling can do to change the world. You guys now have that experience of being out there. Could you give us some tips about how it's going and things that you've learned along the way have been like lessons that you want to share with people here?
Yeah, definitely. I would definitely recommend making sure that you're recording and making sure that you're in a quiet space so that you get good audio, because you will literally be so devastated later when you don't have that audio.
All that footage that you thought you were recording. So many times I've pressed record and it wasn't recording, or I thought I pressed record, and it's a little bit heartbreaking. So that's like my number one tip. But
okay, learn the tech then, and a little bit better. You're just using your mobile phones, right?
Yeah, we are.
Amazing.
Yeah. They're so handy to use. They're really portable. Yeah, they're really good.
Mobile phones and a road mic, and that's really all.
That's all our tech.
They're really great.
Give us a couple of tips about that with the tech. Like how's that going? Other than the recording issues, how have you found that process of just using a mobile phone to do this work?
It's actually been quite easy because we've already had usage of mobile phones in the past, so it's just about like practicing, and it's just about giving it a go. So it's actually quite easy to use these.
And I interviewed someone with a camera when we were in Melbourne, and it's interesting to see the difference between people when you're filming with a phone and filming with a camera and how they react to it. So people will get a little bit more nervous when there's a camera pointed at them, but when it's a phone, it's not such a big deal. So it's been
so it's the form factor of it just being like so unassuming. And what does that mean for the story that you tell?
It's good for us because quite often we have to break cross-cultural barriers, and it can be really uncomfortable for people who don't have English as a first language and who have never been interviewed before to be on film. So filming with cameras with our phones is a huge advantage for that. And the microphones are really small and not very invasive, so we get a lot more information from people. And we've been trying our best to use humour to our advantage. So making people feel at ease, making people feel comfortable, and allowing people to share their story.
Thank you. Those are some fantastic tips. I'm going to now shout out to our watching audience. We have like 33 people tuned in right now, which is such a great start for the first time we've ever done this. I want to have hundreds one day, but we'll start with you 30 people, the most awesome people. Now, if there are any questions that have been flowing in here?
Yeah, I'm just going to stick my head in here. Hello. So there's a question around, many people care about issues but feel disempowered to do anything. But few feel empowered to do anything about them. And I guess you guys have really taken action on something you care about. So what's your message to those people?
You make choices every day. You seriously, you make choices every single day. And every time you buy something, you're voting with your money. I can't even tell you how important the consumer demand is. It changes the whole supply chain. So every time you buy something, you're voting for the world you want to live in, and just make sure your vote is counting. You don't want another Trump incident.
So you can feel empowered every day to do something, whether big or small. That's awesome. There's a question out there around your social media pages. How can we follow your journey?
Well, we're on Facebook. Just Google Walk So Good, so spelled SEW. Like that. We're on Instagram, again, Walk So Good, and yeah, we've got a website, walksogood.com. Yeah, that's yeah,
on YouTube.
Please follow. And YouTube, yeah. Oops, YouTube channel. That's where all the stories being told.
Awesome. All right, and there was one more question around equipment, but I think we pretty much covered it with the Smart Lab and the smartphone.
Yeah, just for those who haven't been through our workshops, we often advise people to take their mobile phones, and you can literally plug a high quality microphone into your phone, set that up for your interviews, and boom, you've got like the like lightest, most awesome package for going and doing some filmmaking and storytelling work. So what we'll do in post-broadcast is tell you a little bit more about that mic and maybe post up a link in the chain about where you can pick up one of those things. Mm-hmm. Okay. And do you want to do any more questions? Or
yeah, I have a question. What's next? I mean, yeah, you know, when do you come home, and what do you plan to do with your journey from there? How does it continue?
We have no idea.
we just are really focused on finishing the journey and getting the stories out, and then it's a while off. It's 10 months off until we're home, hopefully, and yeah, we've got some time to think about it before we see what happens.
So yeah, we're on our way to Bangkok at the moment. So
yeah, we'd love to just speak to more people and get the message out there, I guess.
Right.
Okay.
Excellent.
Look, we wish you guys the best of luck with this amazing journey you're on. You're definitely the storytellers that we talk about here in the office going, what are Meg and Gab up to now? Can't believe they're doing this crazy thing. And then the content we've been seeing coming out of there is amazing. So thank you guys so much for showing up and doing this great thing. Congratulations on that, and best of luck with your walk.
Thank you. We couldn't have done it without you guys.
Thank you for all your support.